This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
One second.
David Crockett will not speak to you. I shouldn't, but it's my job to. Now your chance to
It
defend
breaks
yourself.
my heart. Let me tell you something. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, the modern-day cowboy. Dusty, if you happen to go outside the studios of TBS, look up and down the street, there ain't no watering troughs, and there ain't no hitching posts in modern-day society. Of course, Dusty don't need a hitching post, see? He don't tie his horse up outside the building every night. He walks to the ring with her.
Oh.
And speaking of baby doll, let me tell you something,
Oh, my
darling.
God.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in there in the first place. You had no business in a wrestling ring. Women should not be in professional sports. You look at all the major sports: basketball, baseball, football, wrestling, track and field, on down the line. Men dominate because women got no place in it. And baby doll, you had no business putting yourself in a man's position. When you do that, you get hurt. And baby doll, the big heifer, is the one that viciously attacked my man to begin with. She jumped him from behind like the coward that she is. And baby doll, you got exactly what you deserved. And Dusty, you know, it's kind of fitting because Dusty really gets into those old Western movies, right? Well, you know how they used to get the sheriff, they used to get the marshal down on his knees out on the prairie, and they used to make him watch while they beat his horse up. Well, that's the same thing we did to you, Dusty. You were a big man, weren't you? You got your little girlfriend out there. You were down on your knees. We were beating her up. That makes you a big tough man. A Magnum TA. He was such a coward, he didn't even have the guts in his body to show up that day. He probably knew we were going to be there, and he didn't want no part of us. Well, Dusty and Magnum, if you think you can take the Midnight Express after all this, then you go ahead and give it a try. Because, Dusty, we proved you're nothing. Magnum, we proved that we're not scared of you. And, baby doll, let me just sum it all up by saying, when you think you can beat the Midnight Express, that's insanity. When you think that you can get in the ring with the Midnight Express, that's hard times. But when you put your hands on Jim Cornette, that's risky business, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Is Jim Cornette the greatest talker in the history of wrestling?
I think maybe he is. And I also wonder, because this was such a serious angle, was there any blowback? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
1986, there was blowback for this.
Well, they even teased, you know, the whole might not be able to have kids thing.
Yeah.
And then you saw Dusty sort of walk it back a little bit because
Yeah.
he said, there for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he wrote about it in his book,
Mm-hmm.
the Jim Cornette book for the anniversary edition
Mm-hmm.
of the Midnight Express. Find here.
Wow. Just some obviously and rightfully so stuff you couldn't get away with today, and I didn't even think you'd get away with it in 86. Man. Oh, Rocky King getting a little, and how about even Bobby and Dennis talking, you know, which they hadn't done.
Right.
They may have done in 85 when they first arrived, but they didn't do it in 86.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.